Alright, now tasting our 2018 Ciel du Cheval Vineyard Cabernet Franc. Made about 150 cases of this year, all aged in neutral or used barrels.
We've made Cab Franc close to 10 years from this vineyard, believe it or not. I don't believe we made it every vintage, but almost every vintage where we can get a fair quantity of this. We go ahead and make it, and it's the only Cab Franc that we make by itself. In Cab Franc we use in several different blends throughout our lineup, but this is the only one we make as a varietal Cab Franc.
I think Cab Franc is hard to make on its own. It can be a little one-dimensional sometimes. Suits itself better for a blending wine, but for Ciel du Cheval Vineyard, just with that older vine, super high quality that we get in certain years. We make it every year, but certain times when we're blending, it just shows itself really well, and we set aside a few barrels to bottle by itself.
Yeah, I always get a lot of sort of blueberry characteristic from this wine, which is kind of a common descriptor that you see from a lot of Cabernet Franc. Pretty good concentration and you know, and tannin from this wine, which you don't always see from Cab Franc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd actually say quite a bit of tannin for this vintage, which was really nice. Kind of a really, like you said, blue fruit, pretty floral aroma.
And, you know, just a little bit of history on Ciel du Cheval. So Ciel du Cheval was planted by the Holmes family back in the mid-70s. So 75, I think, was the first vintage that they planted. So I think that was Merlot and Cabernet. So Cab Franc, not nearly as long, but those are some of the oldest vines on Red Mountain. We feel pretty fortunate to be able to use them. I mean, it has a long history, and it's really well known in not just Northwest circles, but really national circles as, you know, a premier Grand Cru type of a vineyard. The second generation now is kind of overseeing the vineyard, Richard Holmes. So we feel fortunate to be able to work with it, and it's become a real big staple for us at the Dill Toss.
Yeah, only vineyard that we consistently make 5 different releases out of in a given year. In this Cab Franc, it is 80% fermented in some of our roller barrels, so it's, you know, pretty elegant, but it does pack a punch for sure with the tannin concentration. Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, it's all right. There's nobody there, bud.